Now, the good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears. Taking it about the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
On the pickup.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
The ball carrier.
Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Eagles.
They go play action here on first down. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wentz going to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Green, triple C.
They go play action. Winston. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Davion Taylor. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12.
Second down.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's got his man on the out route. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
A gain of 11.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
On 3rd down, Winston. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Darius Slay.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And the fair catch is made. It's going to pin him back here at the 7-yard line. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Wentz on the give to Sanders. Sanders has the first down and much more. And he's all the way up to the 39-yard line that time. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Now Sanders. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
And an Eagle 1st down.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's Sanders. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught in the end zone by Jalen Reagor. Touchdown, Eagles.
Touchdown.
Jalen Reagor with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip.
Good. Makes the score Eagles 7, Bears nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
2nd and 4.
And they'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
That's complete to Mooney. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone.
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Play action now, Winston. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1-7. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run. It's Sanders. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's got room. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Eagles have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Eagles 14, Bears 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Cordero Patterson on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Cohen, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Eagles 21, Bears 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
If you know, you know. That's the reason we bought for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Jameis to throw it. The screen pass here to Cohen. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Winston. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They run. This is Cohen. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Jameis now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. Room here to run. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Bears first down.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
53 to Mike. 53, check.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing, Winston. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Escaping the pressure right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
A 41-yard punt there with no return, and the Bears take over.
At their own 36-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Winston. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
A first down throw for Winston. That is caught inside the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Score Eagles 21, Bears 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a...
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be out right at the 35.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And some room to work. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 19 and a first down. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Bears take over 1st and 10.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And how about that for just running out the clock? And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Cohen. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. On second down now, it's Cohen. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach! So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Cordero Patterson on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
This is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Well, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Tackle was made by Joel Iyiegbuniwe.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
3-yard gain on the play.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Working from the gun, Wentz. And this is caught by Jackson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. They'll run with Sanders. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
He'll fire it deep for Reagor. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch it and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
From the 16, Winston. Incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Winston. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller, since the screen pass was available, whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense, and it worked very well there for a 1st down.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Makes the score Bears 28, Eagles 21. Eddie Pinheiro.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks him. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that answer.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. They'll run on second down with Cohen. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that likely to be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On the draw, this is Cohen. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
We're glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. They try again with Cohen. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Ready? Blue ready. Check. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Both to Mike. Mike's both.
Again, it's Cohen. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Here's Winston. And firing a deep ball for Kmet. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They were looking for a cushion from that end zone, and he gave it to him. 15 big yards.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
25-yard line.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
To throw is Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have...
And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter.
That's how you get fired up, baby. That's how you get fired up.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
21.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Once again with Sanders. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
He's got the hat trick. 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out
I
there?
didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
1 yard. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Finally a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
52's the mic, boys. 52. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And he finds a man on a crossing route. The 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago! Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon, and the Bears have broken the tie. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
He's taken down at the 30.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Another run with Sanders, and he'll be brought down right around the 37.
The ball carrier.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He was tackled at the 46.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
A gain of 7.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Clinton. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Sanders. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 20.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
3rd down.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. They'll run. It's Sanders. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
The game, 35-35. Jake Elliott to kick off.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Winston to throw. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards, a 1st down. Obviously a big 1st down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Tighten down. There you go. 44, Mike, 44. Hey, pick your game up. Bang, 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 bang. 44 is the Mike, 44 is Mike. Check. All day, dog.
Winston. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down. First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
34-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second down.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it'll all come down to the right foot of Eddie Pinheiro. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it'll all come down to the right foot of Eddie Pinheiro. This from 51 yards for the win. And he missed it. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
To kick off for Philadelphia.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Now the first throw in overtime for Winston. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Bears.
On first down, it's Cohen, and he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They run. This is Cohen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. This is Cohen. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. On 2nd and 9, Winston. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
A gain of
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. Winston. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see, and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Chicago, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, it's a slip-up that could cost them as they drop now to 12.